Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another morning ramble. And this is increasingly odd for me as I'm in California, but on UK time. So while this is morning in California, I've been up for something like 8 hours in doing morning and afternoon in UK time. But what this has been innate of is doing a series of trainings that were originally designed to be delivered live in London, but have been delivering them from here. And the first one we just finished, the Genius Catalyst Intensive. And this is the fifth time that I've led a Genius Catalyst Intensive. The first one, obviously, virtually. And it was kind of awesome. It was in many ways the best one we've done yet, despite being under the strangest circumstances, both in terms of the weird time zone shift, but also just having to create an experience that could be totally delivered online that was as rich and textured as the ones that we do live, because it's a training that involves a lot of activities. And from the feedback we got, and just from our own sense, not only have a lot of people told us it was the best virtual training experience they've ever had, but a number of people told us it was the best training experience they've ever had. So that's heartening, if nothing else, that even as the game changes, there are ways of changing with the game to make the game every bit as much or more fun than it was before. Specifically, what I wanted to ramble about, though, was something that I spoke about in the intensive. So many of you have come across, if you follow me, my 5 hashtags of innate genius, which is the model upon which the Genius Catalyst Intensive is built. And it's hashtag genius is infinite, because it speaks to the fact that genius is available to us in every dimension of life. Hashtag genius is impersonal, because it's not, well, I am a genius, or you are a genius, or I'm more of a genius than he is, but less of a genius than she is. It's simply recognizing that genius is the energy and intelligence behind life. We are made from this genius. We are made of genius. Genius is innate. It is a part of our nature. Hashtag genius is responsive. The way genius works is in response to wherever we direct our minds. Wherever we direct our attention, we begin to get fresh, new thinking if we're available to it. So when I teach people that they can just show up and respond to what shows up and do better often than people who've got everything planned out and worked out, the reason that's true, the reason I know that works regardless of who I'm talking to, is because genius by its very nature comes in the moment in response to what's going on around you. Hashtag genius is reliable. One of the main reasons that we so often try to figure things out and go to our intellect is because we don't think we can trust our innate genius. And yet, we can trust it 100% of the time. It is 100% reliable. Even if it's 98% unpredictable, the form it will take. Hashtag genius is alive. Basically, it is the energy of life. It is the aliveness in us, is this intelligence. It is this energy that we are made of. And this weekend, I wrote a 6th hashtag up on the board, which was hashtag genius is obvious. And a number of people saw it when we posted the flip chart on Instagram, and they were like, what's the 6th? There's a 6th hashtag? So the 6th hashtag, genius is obvious, is just pointing to the fact that once you see something that comes from this fresh and clear mind, it looks obvious. It looks like common sense. It looks like, well, yeah, I already knew that, or everybody knows that, but yet it was completely invisible until the moment it was seen. So one of the most famous stories I remember from my childhood was about Elias Howe, who was trying to figure out how to make a sewing machine so that they could, a machine could sew as well as a person, but it didn't work. And then he had this dream where he was surrounded by cannibals, but all the spears that were aimed at him had tips in the head of the spear, in the front of the spear, and he woke up and realized that was the secret, that he would put the thingy, I don't know the technical word for this, that the thread goes through at the bottom of the needle, the entry point, and therefore it revolutionized sewing and textiles and what could be done. I can promise you, if you think about it, you will have examples of things that were completely just missing in your world, and then suddenly you saw it and you went, oh my God, that's so obvious. How did I ever not know? And I always think of the line from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, which is, it's only easy if you know the right answer. Well, genius is like that. It's only obvious once you see it. And fortunately, it's infinite, which means it can be applied anywhere. It's impersonal, which means there's no prerequisites. It's responsive, which means you will get genius ideas and fresh thinking about whatever it is you're genuinely interested in and genuinely want to see new and fresh about. It's reliable, which means that it will come through for you every time because you are made of it, and it is alive. It is part of the living system that you are. So that is the 6th hashtag of Innate Genius. I'd love it if you shared some stories of things like that from your life where you didn't see it at all, and then suddenly it was like, of course. Oh, how could I have even missed that? Because those are moments of true genius. Have fun, learn heaps, happy exploring. I'll talk to you soon.